Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Um, Welcome to the USA Library's Art Gallery's Art Talk. This is the first one we've had since COVID hit, so thank you so much for attending. This week's artist is Soynika Edwards-Bush, and she has joined us today to tell us more about herself and her art. Thank you so much for joining us and your time, Soynika.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So we're going to start with her showing us her wonderful space.
Okay, well, this is my dining room slash studio space that I have been using for a while now. Behind me, my first piece, this is called Me and My Sisters. And it's just a photo from my family album. And you can see the little baby dolls that we have. This is my middle sister. This is me in the middle and my older sister, who's actually on the call today. And it was one of the larger scale ones that I've done with the faceless people. On my table here, I've got, this one was a memorial picture that I just finished last night, and it has the face in it. And I find myself now asking my customers, well, do you want the faceless people, the kind of folk art, or do you want realism? And people have enjoyed the folk art more than realism. But in this particular case, she wanted the faces in, since it was memorial. On my wall here, I have, this is one that was Sweetness in the Park. This is my sister's kids, and it was from a photo. And I did put the faces in, but you can still, I mean, it just evokes the feeling, and you can still see expressions even though they don't have the details of the face. And up top here, that's one with me and my sisters and my grandmother. And the story behind this one is I would always want to go to church barefoot. So we would walk to church on the dirt roads, and you can see my sisters had on shoes, but I would be the one barefoot with my dirty, dusty feet. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed just being barefoot. And this one here, this one is of me and my sisters as well. Another one from the family photo album. We were just sitting on our swing in the backyard. And yeah, that's me on the end, my older sister and my middle sister. And this is another one here. It's of a girl that I know. Just a picture when she was a little girl in Connecticut. And I have, let me just get this one down. This one is of a girl by the name of, of Mimi. I saw her walking downtown, and it was art walk, and she was just strutting, and it was like the sidewalk was her runway. And I kept saying, who is this girl? So my friend Henry had snapped a picture, and I was going through his Facebook page, and I saw her picture, and I was like, I have to paint this girl. She was just stunning. And the way she walked the sidewalk, and I mean, so much confidence, and she was just stunning to me. And I did get a chance to meet her. I had this I showed this at Art Walk one night, and she came in like 5 minutes after I had left. This one here is, I'll bring it to the light zone. This one is another one from my family's photo album. It's my mom and her girls, and this one is entitled Tina and Her Girls. And you can see in the background, we had gold, I think it was like a taffeta, gold taffeta drapes, mint green walls, the old stereo system that had the red velvet little accents. And that's me, my older sister, and my middle sister. And we always had the photos of my grandmother and my aunt in the background. So this one is actually a part of the series that goes with me and my sisters. So this would be in that group. And I have some more over here. If you can see the one over by the mirror, that one is called Clothesline. And that will be a part of a series where it'll just be a continuation. So I can have a clothesline that'll be in California, one can be in Detroit, but I want all the owners to be connected to in some way with the clothesline. And this one here, this one is called He's Not a Bad Doggy. And you can see the little girl, she has on a red dress. And this is what I would imagine Bloody Sunday would have been like. So she has on her little red dress and her baby doll in her hand. And the story behind the baby doll is her daddy told her to take the baby doll to the march. So if the doggy came after her, just throw the baby doll to the doggy and he'll get the baby doll instead of her. So that was my story behind her holding her baby doll. And you can still see she has her fist clenched in this one. And all the remnants of clothing on the ground. You can see the people in the back. Some are running. Some have their clothes already ripped, as right here. And you can also see the doggy. And with the doggy, it's a German Shepherd. We've all seen their pictures on like history books and all the film, how they would attack the marchers and protesters. Well, you can see here, her side has all the chaos, while his side is calm. He's sitting, he's not aggressive, and she's standing right there next to the doggy. And another story is, you wonder who's holding his leash, because you can see his leash is being held. So is that officer just not able to make him attack, or is that officer at peace with the march as well? And you can come on around. I also have this one up top here. And this one was paying homage to Mr. Gordon Parks. And I saw this photo, and what really stood out for me was everything was beautiful, but it was just the strap of her slip. I mean, she was dressed to the nines, the little girl was dressed nicely, going through a colored entrance. And this is actually taking the mobile on the backside of the Sanger Theater. And I just called this one slip strap, because that's what really just brought my attention to the photo, was just where her slip was hanging off her shoulders. And as you can see, a lot of my works now have been the faceless people. And I think I find just more joy in painting them. It makes you want to know who they are and you know, just who they were, where they're going, where they've been. So I enjoy, as you can see here, this was the commission. Well, it is the commission, and he wanted the faceless people. So that has been and we also have Addie here. And Addie was actually featured on as one of the featured art pieces of the week. And I have another one at top here, and this one is of my daughter and my nephew. And that was, I think, that was the second one I did in faceless. And you can see I was more loose and just more at ease with doing not the details in the face, which I was accustomed to doing, but just not painting faces is more relaxing to me now. I think I have more fun with it.
Wow.
And that's my tour.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So talented. Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
And then after I ask a few, we will open it up to people in attendance. They are more than welcome to place in the chat a question, and I will gladly ask it while we are running through a few of our questions that we have here. So question number one, how long have you been painting?
I've been painting since I was 5. I remember at our house in Pritchard, my dad would sit and sketch out little drawings. My dad is a self-taught carpenter, Renaissance man. He can build anything, and he would sketch out custom cabinets on scraps of newspaper, telephone back, what else? Brown paper bags. He would just sketch them out. I mean, dimensions, and I never forget that. Just like scraps of paper, just find a full kitchen set. He just sketch it out. Wherever he was, he just sketch out kitchen. So at 5, that's when I noticed that my dad could draw, and I I was drawn to that. So he would sit us down and he would say, well, draw this. So he'd draw out an Indian and he would draw it out. He said, well, draw it like this. And I would do it. And I think he kind of knew that I could draw, but he, you know, he was just like, But I think he knew a long time ago that I would be able to draw. I do. I've been drawing since I was 5.
Wow. So what was your first thing?
The first thing, what was it? It was an Indian. That's what I remember drawing first, was that Indian. And he told me how to put the hat on and the feathers and how to accent it. So it was that Indian. That was the first thing I remember drawing. And like being like focusing on it was that Indian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the best thing about being an artist?
The best thing about being an artist, I think just being able to create something and to get other people's emotions and how they feel, to see that, I think that's the best thing. And just being able to express a feeling into paint, whether it's paint or woodwork or, you know, decorating a house. It's just being able to create with your hands. So I think that's the best part of being an artist.
So at what point did you turn it into a business?
Oh, I turned it into a business. Actually, this week I've been working on trying to be professional, but I resigned from my job after 6 months. I was just like, yeah, you know, I miss art. I just, you know, over the years, just doing jobs and working here, working there, and all the while knowing that God, what God had given me and what God had called me to do. So just talking to my older sister, she has been like one of the best big sisters and just the biggest support. Like I said, hey, I need brushes, or hey, I need this. And it's like, okay, I'll send it to you. Go buy it. But she just kept saying, you gotta leave your job. You gotta leave your job. You know, you're not gonna be happy until you're doing what God wants you to do. You gotta leave your job. And I left February the 28th. That was my last day. And I have been busy from that day to this day. So I tell everybody, just, you know, stepping out on faith and just believing in yourself. I mean, she had been telling me that for years, to just do your art, just do your art. And yeah, I did it this year. I did it. So we just got the website up, and I've got cards to be ordered. And yeah, it's a grown up business now. I can say that it's a business.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Did you always want to be an artist? And can you tell us the process it took? Now, you said that you started at 5, but there was a little gap there between 5 and now.
Oh, it was a big gap. It was a big gap between. I mean, I got an art scholarship to Faulkner High School. Got an art scholarship. And the second year on the scholarship, I got pregnant with my oldest daughter, and did that, had the baby. And you know, when you have a baby, your life is changed. It is completely changed forever. And when I had her, my professors began to notice that I was just taking more pride in my work. I was really going to art class and being involved, not just being the art kid on a scholarship, you know, just doing art, but it meant more to me then. So having her, and then life just kept rolling. Just, I mean, married, house, and more kids start coming. So life just started rolling. When you have kids, a lot of mamas tend to put themselves to the side and put your dreams, hopes, aspirations, all that is pushed to the side. Once you start having, in my case, and it was all about my family. It was my job to raise my family. And once my oldest graduated, before she left for college, she said, Mama, you got to live your life. You raised me, you got to live your life. And it stuck. And I was like, yeah, I guess, you know, I guess I can. And, you know, just really got back into painting and really started to enjoy it and really find myself in painting again.
Wow.
So that was a big gap.
Yeah, but you got it. This is fabulous.
Yeah, I got it. And I wasn't ready. A lot of people ask me, like, well, you know, you've been doing it for a long time, over 20 some years. Yeah, but I wasn't ready back then. I can honestly say I wasn't ready. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't ready just as a person. So
Mm-hmm.
just needed some time to grow. I needed some time to appreciate,
Mm-hmm.
just appreciate things and appreciate my talent, appreciate my gift. I appreciate it. You know, I don't take it for granted anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. I appreciate it, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
thankful for it. Hmm.
Wow. Let's see. Which artists are you most influenced by?
Huh. The funny thing is, I look at art, but I don't per se follow an artist only because I don't want to expose myself to so much that I replicate some of their works. I'm real particular about that. I can look at it and admire it, but I'll just shut it off. But here lately, I've been compared to Jacob Lawrence, and I have seen some of his stuff, and it's amazing because I grew up just doing realism. Like I had to get the nose right, and the lips right, and the eyes right, and the crease in the dress right. So now my style has evolved and changed more. I'm more comfortable with folk art. So I just try to stay in my lane and just paint out my own little story. So yeah, but I love Kadir Nelson. I absolutely love him, and I've been just a fan of his books for years because I would always read to my children, my oldest daughter in particular, and I used to just love his books and just the way he would capture the over exaggerated smile, and he would use maybe 5 colors to paint just one highlight in the cheek, and I love that. Now that person, Kadir Nelson, yes, I love him, but other artists, I just look and admire and kind of move on because I just think artists is so big, it's so vast that everyone is different. Like every fingerprint is different. You just admire and you just, appreciate every different fingerprint. But I love Kadir Nelson. And I recently was introduced to Betty Saar through a TV program, and I'm fascinated with her. So Kadir Nelson and Betty Saar, I'm fascinated with them.
Wow, cool. These are some artists I'm gonna have to look up now. I love
Yes,
learning.
yes.
We do have a couple of questions. Okay, question number 1. If I have a commission, how do I submit it and what is the typical price?
Well, the commission, you can submit it I'd like to do a consultation because I want to make sure I'm getting everything that the client wants. So you can email me or telephone me and we can sit down and discuss, what field you want the painting to go in. And my website, I have a website up now. It's threelittlesistersart.com. But the pricing usually depends on the size and the content, because I found out now that even if I'm doing a smaller picture, I'm using a tiny brush to paint every eyelash or put that right highlight on the eye, so that it's a lot of time in that. It's actually harder than a bigger picture. So just the content and the size is usually how I try to price my starting price off. That's usually how I try to do it.
Okay. And the second question is, do you ever paint from a live model?
I did once for a wedding. I painted a scene. It was at the reception. I painted a scene. I've never done like a person, but I would love to do it. I took some classes at South Alabama back in, I think, 2007, 8, or something like that. And I never got a chance to do the live model. But I want to do the live model.
Okay.
Over here. Come on. I'm on Zoom.
Hello, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, we had a little bit of interference. I was like going, oh, wait a sec. Sorry about that. We got it. We got it now. All right. All right. Okay. We're still open and available for questions. So if anybody has any additional questions, please go ahead and post them in the chat area. Now we let's see, what's the next thing I can ask you? Okay. How long does it take to complete a painting?
Well, I'm working with acrylics now, so it'll take me anywhere from maybe a week to the most. Because when somebody asks for a commission, I like to get it done and get it shipped. So usually within a week. Over the summer, I've shipped a lot of paintings, and as soon as they put the commission in, I'm on it. I will kind of schedule my work time here with my kids. So if they're up in the morning, I'll wait to paint in the evenings, or vice versa. If they're still in bed, I'll paint that morning. But when someone asks for a commission, I try to get it done as soon as possible and get it shipped off. And then working with acrylics, working with acrylics is like time management, because it dries so quickly. So you're working and you try to make sure you get it right and put a varnish on it, and I get it shipped off.
Do you only work with acrylics, or do you work with other mediums?
At this time, I'm only doing acrylics because I just find I find it just, they mix well for me. And my technique that I'm using now with working with oil, I think it'll I don't know. I think it'll just kind of throw me off a little bit. But I've been trying to motivate myself to get oil paints and get started on that again. I hadn't used oil paint since I think 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did one paint in oil paint, but yeah, it's been years ago. Like really work with oil paint, like 9th grade. But I did one painting in 2008 in oil paint, and I hadn't touched it since then. Yeah. It's a whole nother technique working with oil paint.
Wow. Now, I have another question.
Okay.
Where are you exhibiting?
Well, I'm exhibiting here as of now, and I've been asked to do a show in like 2 years from now. So I've been trying to build up my family series. But as of now, I'm just exhibiting here on Facebook with USA Libraries, and that's it for now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
You have anything coming up?
Let's see. Not at the moment. I'm trying to think, because I like to write stuff down, but not at the moment. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I was gonna try to do something for my birthday. I'll be 40 this year in September, but the way COVID is going, I probably have to push it back, or just do something small or virtual. I'm still debating on that.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, let's see. What is the hardest part of creating a painting?
Oh, the hardest part is just getting in a mental space. Like writer's block is a real thing, because painter's block is very real. I mean, you have to disconnect from the news, disconnect from just noise for me. And I think you can, I don't know, just a lot of noise. That's the hard thing, is just trying to calm down the noise and just get it in a peaceful state. Because for me, I can't create if I'm just restless. But then again, I can be laying in bed like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and God is giving me images, and I have to, jot them down or sketch them out. But just that noise, just extra noise, will kind of hinder you. Well, it hinders me from creating.
Okay. What subjects inspire you?
Family and kids. Kids inspire me. I think everyday life, and also the 50s and 60s era, that inspires me. The way the women dressed, and just, I think that family unit from the 50s and 60s, that inspires me. Just, to me, just that simple way of life, that inspires me a lot. I mean, sharecroppers, just simple. Farmers, going to Sunday school, going to church, that inspires me.
We've got a few more questions.
Okay.
Do you ever do landscapes?
Landscapes. I'm trying to think, because I've been wrapped up in, do I ever do landscapes? Something similar to the clothesline now. Landscapes I haven't dabbled in a while now, but I've done landscapes before in high school. In high school, I've done landscapes.
What were they of?
I think one was of, and it was may have been just, I don't even know where I got it from. It was a mountain and like a river. It was Bob Ross inspired. So it was mountains, happy trees and rivers. But I need to get into landscapes. That way I can get myself in, you know, in the field and actually look and paint. So that's something I need to try out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got another one. Do you paint abstracts?
Oh, abstracts. My cousin was just asking me about doing abstract. Abstract art to me is harder than painting a nose, because I don't know, it's like you have to cut off one side of your brain to paint abstract. I don't know, maybe I should try with my left hand. I don't know, but abstract, I'm just more of a real person. Give it to me like it is. Yeah, abstract, I don't know. I don't know. I can try it, but I don't know. I don't know. That was like the running joke in art school, was the abstract kids from the realism kids, you know, the kids who, you know, knew how to draw and paint. So I don't know, abstract is, whew, that's kind of challenging for me.
Okay. All right. Here's one for me. How do you know when a painting is done?
Because
is that a deep question?
Because even with this one here, with He's Not a Bad Dog, I didn't put a varnish on it because I don't think it's done. Like it's so many things I want to do to it, and I cannot make myself just put a varnish on and say it's complete. I don't know why. I just cannot. But even with the my sisters and me, in my style, I like to leave the pencil marks, as you can see, like here. I like to leave that because I want to show like each different stage of the painting. So I'll leave pencil marks, you know, just I want it to be, you know, rough and complete at the same time. But you don't know it's complete. I mean, you have to, yeah, being complete is, you have to literally walk away from it. I mean, literally walk away from it. The one of me and my mom and us girls, the dress, my sister's, the blue dress, I had to get back. It was bothering me in the middle of the night that I didn't do the dress right. So I woke up the next morning and redid the whole dress. It was just, the shading was off. It looked too, it just looked too intentional. It looked too, like I was trying to make a crease or trying to get it right. So I woke up the next morning and redid the whole dress. And it turned out how it's supposed to turn out. Like, don't try so hard, just paint, do what you know how to do, paint the dress, do the lace, and end it. So that's what I did. Yeah.
Okay, well, that is pretty much the end of the questions I have. Does the audience have any questions? Any more questions? What wonderful questions we have received. I've learned so much about you, which is fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else have any more questions? I am watching in the chat, and we can ask her. Oh, a few more. What are your goals as an artist?
Oh, my goals as an artist is to be, is to be great at what I do. Is to be, my goal is to be known for just painting positive. It can be positive. It can also be just something in your face, but not so in your face where you don't connect with people anymore. But I just want to, my goal is just to be successful, to be happy with painting, to continue to be grateful, continue to display my faith in my paintings, to leave my kids a nice legacy, that their mom was a painter. She painted with passion, she painted with her faith, she painted with conviction, and she painted what she knew. So that's my goal. Yeah. I mean, famous is a good thing for some. If you see my painting, you like it and you enjoy, you want to buy it, that's fine. You see my painting, you like it, and it evokes a feeling in you of peace and calmness, or, you know, it makes you think about, you know, the 80s or the 50s or 60s, I'm happy with that. So, you know, I mean, everybody wants to be able to provide for their family, and I've been doing that, thank God. But I just want to be a great artist, a great artist. I was looking at Frida's story on Netflix, and I've seen this movie several times years ago, but I was just like, ooh, Diego Rivera and Frida was, you know, that was a life to paint these giant murals and to, you know, be against Rockefeller and all these, you know, people that didn't want the subject matter that he painted. But, you know, he stood firm on what he believed in. So, yeah, I just want to leave a legacy that my kids can appreciate my art, and they'll be able to tell people about my art, and my paintings will speak for themselves as well. So everything is for my kids and for my legacy, and to make my parents proud as well.
Okay, we got another question. Do you still paint custom murals in your home and school?
Yes. A few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I was doing a lot of work in Jackson, Alabama. I have 2 murals in Jackson, Alabama, in the high school, and one in the intermediate school. I have a giant wolf in my alma mater, Viber High School, that I did. I have a mural at Thomasville High School and Thomasville Middle School in the cafeteria, and a mural in Pritchard that I did. So the big mural on the side of the interstate, on the side of Custom Cuts Barbershop, that's my mural. And I have one out by Municipal Park at the recycling center. And I also have one with the kids from Dunbar around the corner from the school. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
So, well, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, and I have one in my son's room. He's a football player, so I have one in his room. Yeah.
Aww, that's cool.
And my sister's house, I went to Texas and painted for like 2 days straight. So yeah, and I do a lot of murals in homes. Alabama fan, a lot of murals in homes. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Any more questions, everyone? Are we good? Okay. All right. I do have one final question.
Okay.
Since we are at the University of South Alabama and we're all about education and learning, what's a message you can leave USA students?
A message I can leave is, if you stop schooling for any reason, you have to promise yourself that you'll go back and you'll finish. And you have to not take it for granted. You know, if you have a gift or, you know, a talent, you just don't take it for granted. Education can get you far. So, you know, get your education, you know, tough it out, stay in there, you know, and finish, and just try to always learn more. You know, I'm still learning about stuff. Just always learn, always be eager to learn about the subject that you're passionate about.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Soynika.
You're welcome.
For sharing your time with us today. And did you want to share with everyone your contact information? And for those who are interested in getting a painting, who have fallen in love with something, do you have prints?
I have one print that I'm actually on. I have to go pick it up today.
Okay.
Pick it up today, and that was of the painting. I don't know if it was on. It might be on the website, but it's Take Me to the March Daddy. And when I did that one, it really sparked. People were asking for prints on that, so I have to go pick those prints up today. And I'm just finding my way through the print making companies and stuff, because that's a lot of research. You have to make sure you have the right paper, the right size, and you know, good quality. So that is something that I'm researching now with prints. But yeah, prints are available on the ones that I've specified as I'll have prints for.
Okay. All right. And how will they reach you if they want a painting or a commission or a print?
Okay, I have a website, and that is threelittlesistersart.com. I also have Facebook, a Facebook page, and I'm on Instagram. And my daughter's telling me what to say because I don't know the technology stuff. So Instagram, Facebook, threelittlesistersart.com, the website. And also I have my cell phone on the website as well. So email, text, and I'll definitely call you back.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just saying thank you.
Oh, no, thank you so much. We appreciate you doing this for us, and it's been amazing. So thank you so very much. We are very honored to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next week, we will be featuring the artist Trey Oliver. So he will be our featured artist of the week. So please be sure to see his work. He's got a marvelous plate on the Clotilda that everybody will be interested in seeing. It's coming out on Monday, and also he has a recording of it. So it's really, really cool. And that is it. A lot of people have said thank you and appreciate you speaking. So thank you so much from all of us. And that is it, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Don't drown in all the rain.
Everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.